Alright guys, I'm back. I'm just deciding which pencil I'm going to use. This is a 4B and this is a 2B. This is based on the darkness of the pencil, the 4B and the 2B, or 2B and the 4B. I think for this video, I am just going to keep it simple because you can draw anything with any kind of pencil. Okay, I am going to grab from my stash of photos if I can find it. Not really sure. I just have them. Oh, God, I'm so sick. I'm not. Oh, here they are. They're on the floor, along with millions of other things. All right, so this one looks a little bit too complex, or yeah, I'm gonna have fun with this one. Should we do, okay, she's relatively simple. All right, so we are going to sketch her face. She has a relatively simple face, very smooth, beautiful. And the goal of this video is to show you guys just how simple each step is, okay? Because, coming from an artist's perspective, we tend to be much more experienced and we just step over the lines and just say, well, you can just start off with a rough sketch, do the crisscross action and bam, you have a face. I mean, that's pretty much the whole gist of it, but I'm just going to break it down further for you guys to show you what exactly it is that we're doing and why we do it. So most people already know that the line that we do, the horizontal line, is for the eyes. So we know that her eyes are going to be roughly, eyes are parallel unless if you're Picasso. The eyes can be anywhere where your mouth is. Put your eyes where your mouth is, or your money where your mouth is. But and this vertical line is from the top of her forehead, or the top of her top head, all the way down to her chin. Okay, so I'm just going to make it easier for you guys and sketch on the actual picture as I'm already doing. All right, and it doesn't need to be this is for your purposes. You can do it however you want it. You can do the lines here, where her eyes are, and then you can later on think, oh, this vertical line is going down from her pupil all the way down to the left side of her chin. If you ask me, that's kind of making it more difficult than it needs to be. But yeah, let's hurry up and get this video on with. But for me to make this drawing simple, I'm going to start where the top of her forehead is, draw a line there, and the bottom of her chin. It doesn't matter, because you could think mentally like, oh, maybe the bottom of her chin is this big. Well, we can all adjust to how long the face will be. If we do the bottom of a chin here, then we'll just end up making this side of her face much smaller. So in this case, I will draw the bottom of her chin here. Okay, and anytime on a rough sketch, you want to do hold the pencil very lightly, because anytime you're already pressing down on the pencil, you're establishing the end result, which is what you don't want to do. If you have an eye, and for example, this one I just did, and it was darkened in really dark, and I tried to erase it, it would be there. Already you would see the streaks, and that would kind of lower your morale in the end of it, because you would look at it and you're like, oh man, I tried so much, I just got to keep trying and trying, and you end up with this mess on your paper, and you don't even want to finish the drawing, and it shows that you gave up because there's just so much marks and streaks where the eye is. Anyways, I don't want to go too in depth with everything. But yes, this is the top of the forehead. This is the bottom of the chin. Okay, so we can see where the bottom of the chin is, it's a nice, easy, straight line where her cheek is, okay? So I'm just going to go ahead and do that there. We can do a straight line here. And as you can see, this is already a little bit messed up because this line right here is roughly just a little bit shorter, and I had to make this a little bit long, but we're just gonna see how this is gonna end up. It doesn't need to be perfect, guys. Like I said, if you do end up with a different face, unless if you're doing work for someone else and they need to have it look exactly like her daughter, then yes, you need to go back and erase that. But we're just gonna try to work with what we have, okay? So this is the top of her forehead. I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a straight line all the way over here. This is the straight line, and it intercepts here, okay? So this is where her forehead was. We're just filling in the lines, guys. Her hair is all up here. We'll figure it out later. So we have her eyes here. Eyeballs. Okay, this is where I'm doing the mental math here, guys, because I have the line down here. But this is the center, okay? I centered it where the center of her chin is. So you need to remember that you need to move over a little bit to where the end of her chin is here. Go up, and that is where this eye begins, okay? So we're gonna start the eye right there. And because I am experienced, I can go ahead and draw a straight line and go down. Really, I can do it all in one stroke or just two strokes to make it simple. Even if you aren't experienced, just go ahead and do what I kind of just did, honestly. Just one straight line there, one straight line going down. We'll get down to the details later. All right, so I'm going to speed up this video because I've been talking a little bit too much. I don't want to get down too much into details, but yes, I'm going to go ahead and draw this little line above her eye. The eyebrows, okay, and you can kind of see that everything is off, but we're just gonna figure it out at the end of the drawing. All right, right now we just need to get some stuff on the paper, okay? So we have this, and this center line is way far off. Okay, the center line is, ooh, actually we're doing a good job. I thought I was not doing that good of a job, but okay, so this center line, we're actually going to make the center line where this first line was. But like I said, guys, no artist is perfect. This is the framework. This is where you get all of the mistakes that you have so you can develop more accuracy later. So this center line is where the end of the nose is, or the other side, the shadowy side. We're just going to go ahead and make a mental reference of the shadow, that line, eyebrows, and straight line here, a little straight line there, okay? As you can see, this eyebrow is much higher than this one I just drew. So as you can see, I actually drew this one too high. So I'm just gonna make another mental note, draw it lower, okay? Like I said, guys, I'm darkening it so you can see it on this video. I hope you guys can see it. Anyways, so yes, I'm going to make this as simple as possible, guys. Her nose, straight down, straight down, straight down, straight down. I could have made another line here for you guys. That's why you guys have all these lines because the human face is very symmetrical. You kind of do want to be exact in correlation to another part of the face, but every part of the face doesn't have to be perfect. Trust me, when you start to work out the kinks and work further on throughout the drawings, you'll start to see the mistakes and fix it throughout the drawing. But I'm going to get to the other eye after all of this. Okay, so the bottom of the nose. We're gonna go ahead, and because I'm a little confused as to where the mouth is going to be, there's this distance with the chin. We're going to go ahead, because the face is a bit longer. the nose, I'm gonna say the nose is gonna end, the bottom is gonna be there. So you have this top piece. I'm not even sure what that part of the human body is called. So the top of the lip essentially starts here. Okay, so her full lips is going to be this size. All right. So we're just gonna go ahead and make simple lines, guys. Just simple lines. No need to draw the curvature. We're not gonna do that yet. We're just gonna get everything in there. We just need to have a good idea of what we are trying to form. Okay, sure, everything looks blocky, but that's also another form of art, guys. We can make geometrical art. Holy crap, this video is 10 minutes. Oh my god. All right, guys, I gotta hurry this up. All right, so my goal was to get this in like 5 minutes, but I'm just teaching you guys that it's really much easier than it looks. All right, so the end of her lip is here. All right, so this part of her nose, there's that much space. All right, so that is where the end of her nose is going to be. Then, now that we know where the end of her nose is going to be, we know where this eye is going. We actually had it the first time. So this eye is going to be right there. Draw up, up, and down. Same thing here. Ooh, look at that beautiful curvature, almond shape. No, we're not going to do that. We're just going to, well, I kind of just did it. I'm sorry, guys. All right, now, we're just going to do a straight line, guys. We will get to at the end. I just want to show you guys just how ugly it can look in the start, and then you can fix it at the end. All right, as you can see, we're starting to get a somewhat resemblance of what she looks like, but we'll get there, guys. It's all a process. All right, so drawing that little eye fold because she's like 80 years old. Drawing the thickness in the eyebrows. Blah blah blah. Yada yada yada. All right, so there's a lot of space here. So I'm just gonna mentally gauge where this part of her face is. There's a lot of people who like to just start off with the face. I don't care, really. You can do whatever you want, man. I do it thousands and thousands of different ways. I can do it starting off with a circle. I can do it starting off with virtually any way, guys. It doesn't matter. As you work your way through the drawing, you'll start to be able to just pick out what needs to be fixed immediately. As you guys can see on this drawing, there's a lot of things that need to be fixed. Even this jaw doesn't quite look like it fits, but we'll work it out, guys. Yeah, we'll see what it looks like at the end, but I'm just gonna go ahead and draw a little bit faster. I'm just gonna doodle in everything, man, because this is drawing. We are trying to have fun here. We are not striving for perfection. I just want to show you guys just how easy it looks. Really, this drawing looks like shit. I don't like it, really. But we are going to stick with it because I want to do that with you guys, all right? So we can see right off the bat, the forehead is just a bit too long. So we're just going to play it off. This is what we call the artist's vision, where we know we made a mistake here, but we don't tell you guys. You guys are just like, what? That's so amazing. How'd you do that? And we're just like, hey, man, yeah, sure, thanks. No. It's completely awful. We know the mistakes we made. But right now, as you can see, I am just trying to fill in the gaps. I'm sorry. I was going to make a beautiful joke there, but I'm straying too far from the path. You stray too far from the path, young Padawan. Anyways, so this is much closer. So I'm going to make this much closer. So her face is really rotty. And her cheek is rotty. And it's much closer, but we were just going to play it off. She's going to have a much longer face, okay? And as you guys can already know, you can restart this entire drawing because really, without the commentary, this drawing would have taken like 5 minutes. I could easily erase the bottom chin and the mouth move. I could erase this whole section, move it up just about this much, and it would be damn near perfect in line with the rest of this. But I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these strays because we no longer need them. Okay. Let's go ahead and keep that part of the chin. Okay. All right. So now we will work out the kinks. We will add in that curve here. Okay. We're adding in the beauty, guys. This is where the fun part comes in. Before, everything was all ugly. Now we're just adding in the fun parts. I'm just making it very simple for you guys. Man, I'm not trying to make a beautiful piece, even though I'm getting carried away with these lines. I'm having some fun. But that's the whole point, guys. You're supposed to have fun. Alright. So, making it dark there. And like I said, guys, you don't want to go too dark, but I am just moving on with the video. I just want to see what I'm going to create. So I'm actually going to add in this bubble part of her nose because her nose is too straight. So I'm going to make a circle in reference, and then her nose goes kind of up, and then it dips in right here because that's kind of what noses do, unless if you're not a human and you need to figure out how noses work. But yeah, this is a tutorial on how to be human too, guys. So all you aliens out there, I got your back, man. Yeah, so it kind of dips in here a little bit. Cool beans and cool beans. All right, so drawing the lips, the curvature. You're so beautiful, girl. I'm gonna draw this curvature here and another curve. Then the lip goes up here, dips down. It's not as long as this side because her face is facing that way, so this side is gonna be shorter than that side. It's basic math, guys. We see faces all day. I can't believe you don't know what it looks like. And then, oops. Okay, there we go. And she has some beautiful black people bubbly lips. Okay, I'm sorry I said that, but she has beautiful bootylicious lips, so we're gonna add those in. It's like her bottom lip doesn't even start where it's over here. It's like it's so fat that it starts in the middle and just it's pouty all the way through. But okay, we're gonna leave the shadows and stuff to the end, but actually we can kind of do it right now. I just need to make sure everything is to my liking. All right, so forehead shorter, bring it down. I want to dip this in a bit more, add in some more realism to accentuate the cheekbones. Now I'm going to erase this to also accentuate the cheekbones a little more. And one part I am not liking about this drawing is that her face is longer. But like I said, guys, I told you I wouldn't fix it for the purposes of this video. But just know that I have to deal with this. And it's killing me. I almost don't even want to finish this drawing, this ugly piece. But anyways, yeah. So we're going to round this out just a little bit more. It's looking a little bit too pencily there. A little bit too Picasso there. I'm not even sure if I'm getting the artist right. It's a little bit too late and I'm all woozy from my sickness. Okay. Okay, guys. This pupil is retarded. She looks like she has a synthetic eye. Let's change that. Bring it right there. This pupil needs to be just a little bit darker. There. Okay, guys. Now for the shading. So, also for drawing, guys, whenever you're first starting out, it is okay you don't have to draw everything from your brain. I do that from time to time to add in my own sense of creativity. But yes, do some real live figure drawings. That'll make things much easier. Also, a cheat code, guys, man, it's 20 minutes long. A cheat code to making your drawing look really good during the shading phase is to shade with the side of the pencil. Okay? What we're gonna do, any part that has any remote semblance of shading, we're going to just shade there. Okay, but very lightly. We're going to establish the lightest grade of shading. So you can see, I don't know if you can tell in this video, but there's a little bit of shading here. Okay, so I'm just going to do a little bit of lightness here. And there's shading all through the rest of her face here. Okay, so we're just going to block in all of this. And here on her cheekbones, we're going to leave that section. Okay. I'm actually just going to quickly outline this. You can, by all means, just outline it that way. But this is why I chose this drawing, guys, because everything is very simple, very smooth and naked. I don't know why I use that word. There's a million words I could have used. But I chose naked. But we're just gonna ignore that. But all right. So also her nose. It's also there to color this in, color this baby in, cool beans. All right, there's a little bit more space here. All right, and there's a little bit more darkness here. And it's shading there, shading there. My pencil did a little trick there, or mistake. Did it a little bit too hard there, but like I said, guys, nothing needs to be perfect. That's the mistake we tend to make as artists. We all have a perfection tendency. Even now, like I told you, the chin thing and how the length of her face is kicking my ass right now. Like I just want to fix this a little bit more to try to make it look a little bit better, but like I said, guys, by all means, you can do a little bit of something, but don't get too carried away. You wanna just keep if you do get carried away, think of it in reference to balance. Okay, if you want to sit there and nitpick at the length of the chin and say, "Oh, I gotta fix this," that's one negative point. Okay, so right after that. I'm not sure if someone just knocked on my door. Right after that, you then want to fix the ear. Okay, fix that. That's another negative point. Fix the eye. That's another negative point. Anything you're fixing something, that's a negative point. Anytime you're progressing with the drawing, that's a positive point. Okay, that's why I've been progressing and moving on through. But like I said, if you are very mindful and you say, I want to fix this chin, get that negative point, then move on with the chin, and then you need to move on with the rest of the drawing so you can get that positive point, so you can keep progressing, guys, because if you keep getting all these negative points, your drawing is going to suffer and you're not even going to want to finish it because you feel like crap. Okay? This is just like life. You need to balance your life. I don't want to get too in depth, but lots of artists say that that art is just like life, and anything is really just like life depending on how you look at it. But yes, I'm gonna go ahead and do the darkest spots for the hair. Dark here, a little bit darkness here, and we're just gonna shade in the rest for the hair. Leave the darkness where her roots are. And let's not get too carried away. It's dark there. Did I do all the shading everywhere? Sure. I mean, her skin is very smooth. Jeez. Darkness there. Darkness there. Where her clavicle is. In the clavicular region. Thank you, first responder. And it's dark here. Okay, guys. Now we're just gonna get a little bit more realer. Okay, keep on moving. It's darker. This is where you want to use your method of discernment. Like I say, I am a little bit more experienced, but this is where practice with the pencil comes in, because you know what it feels like barely using your muscles for shading. And then just use a little bit more of your muscle. And then just use a little bit more of your muscle and a little bit more. That's the value scale right there, guys. I just did that for you. We all know how to do it. It's just utilizing it in a fashion, okay? All right, so this part of her eye is dark, but this is a quite noticeable spot. So I'm just gonna go ahead and make that noticeable mark there and fill in the rest. That way it makes sense to me as to where I should be following everything. And it's a little bit darker here. It's a little bit darker underneath her eye there. I'm gonna follow that. It's a little bit darker underneath her cheekbone too. Okay, a little bit darker following this line. A little bit darker. Actually, I'm just going to do a full medium tone here. The reason I did the lightest shade was for the forehead up here. As you can see, it is light there. And the medium tone begins here and the rest of her face. So I'm just going to do the medium tone all the way throughout the rest of her face. Okay, and that will already establish the overall depth here. We're getting somewhere. I did this a little bit too dark here. Just lighten this up. Okay, that's one negative point for me. But okay, but it was very quick. It's just erasing. But I'm gonna go ahead and erase this. But we're gonna go ahead and be that realistic. That's another negative point. Okay, so. Shade in the nose just a bit more. Darken this area. Ooh, I like that. Let's go ahead and darken this whole section of the nose to add in that realism. All right, medium tone on this part of her nose. You can see there's just a little bit of lightness. To make it easy for you guys, you can do the medium tone all the way throughout, and like even medium tone this out, and then go back and erase that later, as I just did. It doesn't matter how you do it. I just could have eliminated a step as to erasing it because I just shaded in and avoided that spot. And medium tone this spot. It's all just tones, guys. It's just layering tones. Painting is the same thing. As you can see, her eyes actually have a shading in them too. Okay, I'm gonna shade in this spot too. I'm gonna shade in. This is a light shade actually. There's no darkness there. It's a little bit dark here, and medium at the top of her eye. All right, we're gonna go ahead and do some eyelashes because I want to get that out of the way. Keep having her look beautiful, and those eyelashes aren't even in the right direction, but it's whatever. I'm going to draw this line to emphasize that eye and make this spot a little bit lighter. But I should be doing this at the end to make it easier for you guys, but I'm just going through with it, all right? So, yes, shade it in here. We're going to do the darker tone here. That is where the bottom of her neck is. Medium tone here. Darkness here. I'm just going to make this whole thing darker to make it easy. Alright, like I said, guys, notice how when I say we're just going to go ahead and do this, we're just going to go ahead and do that. Excuse me. All of this, I think I have enough memory for this. But this sketch does not fully resemble this picture, but as you can see, as I start to move throughout it, it still looks like a good picture. And that's all that matters, guys, is when you show your friends, they're not going to be like, oh, like it doesn't look like the picture. You don't even show them the picture, okay? Okay, so as you can see, we're already pretty much done with the actual drawing here. But right now, this is where I can literally just chalk it up and say, oh, I'm done. But as an artist, you can choose to stay here and work throughout the rest of the drawing to make it look like a masterpiece. So if I wanted to make it look even more like a masterpiece, I could draw a couple rhythmic lines, draw some here, and this is just a rough implication on where her hair is going. Draw some down here, and this is just some rough implication that her hair is wavy and it's moving in pretty much every freaking direction, but we can't have it moving, like as you can see what I just did here. I did one line down here and then the rest kind of down here. This isn't a freaking illusion test. Like it needs to be actually in a fluid, constant motion. That way it makes sense to the visual, you know, the reader's brain or the viewer's brain, that it's hair and it's not doing something weird, because the brain does pick up on that. So whenever you do get lazy, like I am now, how I just did that, you need to take note of that and realize you're getting a little bit tired of this drawing, or you're just getting lazy, and you need to watch out for that. So I'm actually not too fond of, well, I do kind of like it, but I'm just going to darken this area up because that's the way it is in the picture. Darken in this area here. Well, I actually need to go way darker. All right. Okay. All right. Let's make your cheekbone just a little more angular. It's another negative point for me. In her eye, actually. You can't see it because the light's in the way, but I just realized that her eye is really doing something. And that's another negative point. But the reason I am doing all of the negative points at the very end is because I'm damn near happy with the way this looks, guys. It's not a masterpiece, and this is a 33-minute video, so I will go ahead and wrap it up right here. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you want some more. I will show you guys how to go about doing masterpieces when I do my next drawing. This is pretty much already on the masterpiece phase, because you don't have to do much after this. Just pretty much, you know, just a few details here and there, lightening up here to make it look a little bit more even here and there. But that's all drawing is, guys. It's just messing up over and over again, you know, and doing it to the point where you like it. All right, guys, peace.